Alrighty, welcome to Thursday. Um, yeah, Thursday. On the back of 3 red days, it's not looking good right now. Here's the data. It's not looking good. News today, we've had our 8:30 news come out already. Both bearish news. We've got existing home sales at 10 a.m. I'm not expecting that to do much, so I'm not really going to wait for it. If a setup comes before, then I'll take it. But if we're at about 9:55, then I will just wait for news. Yeah, heading into today, it's quite a sticky one. ES, the only major draw to the upside is these all-time highs, which is a weird thing to say because we are well above these highs, 22nd August, 6 a.m. NQ, 22nd of August, 6 a.m. We're so far from those highs. So that's something to keep in mind. And all-time highs are all the way up here on NQ. So it's quite a disparity right now between our two indices, which is concerning. But then again on NQ, on major draws to the upside, 4-hour highs, 4-hour highs, 4-hour highs. There's not really anything else before that, except for those hourly highs that I'm gonna mark on. So what I'm not a fan of is how far to the left these all are, because is there still orders resting above here? Who knows? What is that extra line doing there? Couldn't tell you. But these all are quite far to the left, so whether there's still orders resting above here, who knows? We have just swept out all of these equal highs. We had a closure above it anyway, so do with that what you will. On NQ, we've got this 4-hour imbalance here, which is marked out wrong. There we go. And then also this 1-hour imbalance. We've got 1-hour lows here and here. Then we've got 15-minute low resistance draws all through here as well. ES, as I said, all-time highs is the nearest draw to the upside. Then we've got hourly lows here. They haven't formed yet. They're counting as 15-minute lows. We got hourly imbalance, 3 of them, 4-hour imbalance, and another hourly imbalance down there. And then 15-minute lows, low resistance liquidity right there. So, honestly, it is a sticky one today. I am unsure of what to expect because ES is so close to all-time highs and NQ is so far from all-time highs. So it's quite a tricky one to determine where price is headed. But what I would like to see happen is either legs up, 5-minute retrace moves down, or moves down into these imbalances. Taking out these draws on liquidity then moves higher. It's quite tricky to determine where price is going at all-time high because, again, there's no structure to be formed. NQ is a vastly different outlook today. Looking for these highs to be hit and then 5-minute retrace down and then confirmation off of that. That is my pre-market analysis. Let's just again remind ourselves of the rules on my piece of paper to observe and react. Don't spam buttons, don't over risk, don't over trade. You're an observer, just react. No expectations, no emotions, no trades, just in a winning position. Submit to the process. The market gives you the opportunity. Be aware and zoom out. And there's always another trading day. So keep those in mind. I'm going to stay super patient today. I'm going to try my very best not to jump the gun and not take a setup that hasn't really fully formed yet. Always wait for that 5-minute candle close, retrace of the lessons that I've learned from yesterday and set my stop in the right place, as I didn't do that on Tuesday and I took an L. Well, that much because my stop was just in the wrong place. So that's what I'm taking in going forward into this session. It's quite a tricky session to trade. Where's news? News is here. News did absolutely nothing. This is the data high. Just nothing. ES 8:30. Here again, absolutely nothing. We've just swept their data high there. So this is I think today might be a bit tricky. It might be a no trading day, and I'd be happy with that. I am going to de-risk again, 0.25% to 0.5%. I'd be happy with anything. how do I phrase this? I genuinely can't think of the words. I'd be happy risking up to 0.5%. And that is tricky because I worked out, as you know, Top Step Tradeovate account, you only have 5 contracts on the 50k. And with a 40 tick stop loss on ES, that is $500 risk, right? But with that same stop loss on micro ES with 5 contracts, max you can have is 0.25% risk. No, 0.5% risk. So any more than a 40-point stop, I go on MES, I think. But it's tricky to... It's tricky. So I might just avoid ES and trade NQ no matter what happens because it's easier with the risk. But we'll see how it goes and what happens. But yeah, no more than 0.5% risked today, and we will see what happens. We'll see what price gives us. Remember, no expectations of what could happen. Let's just trade what the data gives, and if we get no setup, we get no setup. Our cutoff time, as I say, is 4 p.m. New York time, which is 11 a.m. New York time, which is 4 p.m. my time. That is my cutoff time. If no trade setups come, I get off the charts. I don't trust anything. The move has been made. So that is my outlook going into today. I will see you whether I've taken a trade, whether I haven't taken a trade, and I will see you in a moment. One thing I've just spotted, it's 9:27. One thing I've just spotted on ES, we have got equal highs. Over here, next to all-time highs on the 1 hour, we have these 1 hour highs here. Right here, these 1 hour highs. And right here, we have these 1 hour highs. Move up and then move down, which is equal. As you can see there, that high is 5779. This high is 5779. So they're equal highs that ES could be looking to take out, but realistically, if we take out them, we might take out all-time highs as well. So I'd expect to see, well, no expectations, but what could happen is a move up to take out these equal highs, and then here, and then we get profit taken off of that. NQ is 1 hour highs, 4 hour highs, 4 hour highs, all-time highs. Quite far from all of them, but we'll see what price it gives us upon open. The Fed did cut rates by 0.5% yesterday, and as I said in the video yesterday, using our fundamental economics that I've learned at school, a cut in interest rates is good for investments. Simple macroeconomics right there. So that's probably why the markets are ripping right now. NQ's back above 20k. So yeah, I will see you all in a bit. Well, for you a second, but in me probably about an hour and a half. When I have taken a trade or have not taken a trade. Peace. No emotions at all. By my face, have I won or lost? Have I won or lost by my face? No emotions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back above 50k. I think my risk management this week has been immaculate. I've had 3 red days, and 1 green day has made that all back. And $36. The account, as you can see, $50,036. We're back, baby. I'm not saying that, it's 1 win. Let's dive right into the trades, plural, we took today. So, if you recall, we had on NQ, we had those hourly highs over there. And we also had those hourly imbalances. And those 15-minute lows. So, what was I looking at? Well, ES market opened and we came up and swept out. So price came up and swept out. I talked about in that little clip before market opened, those equal highs from all the way over here 1 hour highs, and then the equal highs that we made pre-market, sorry, at about 7.40. Price came up, market opened, swept them out, and then absolutely dumped all the way past those 15-minute lows, and it filled this hourly imbalance, and on ES that that hourly imbalance, and also this one. Let's mark that in there with a blue line. So that's what ES was doing. NQ was moving hella slow. As you can see, we didn't really get a sweep of any 15-minute highs before market opened. But this leg down was the ES leg down that took out these 15-minute lows. And we had a move higher, sweeping out this liquidity pre-market and then making this imbalance invalidated and also this imbalance invalidated, which is in line with this other imbalance here on the 1 minute. So a BPR, and then as you can see, this is the overlapping bit, and this is the overlapping bit. You get rid of that one. But you can see we closed right in that overlapping bit where it's darker, drew on equilibrium, and we had a closure back out. And I was a little bit hesitant and didn't enter off the candle close. I entered a bit down here. 20019.5. There we go. I had my stop originally at the first open of the first candle, so right there, which is my rules, and then my take profit was down here. So yeah, it wasn't a very good risk to reward at all. I had one contract as well, times 0.5. I risked $98 on this trade, and we made like $82 on that trade. And I was like, yeah, fine. I did move my stop as soon as that candle closed. I moved my stop literally to there anyway. So it was a 3.09 RR trade if you call it, but in my data I'll put it as my stop was up there. But I moved my stop to there right away because I just wasn't really confident, because ES did already take out those 15-minute lows and was filling those hourly imbalances. So I just wasn't that confident. But that was the first trade on NQ that I took. As you can see, the arrows showing the executions. Only one micro contract, but it is what it is. Nice. We also, so that was that. And also ES did break 5-minute structure, but which is another reason for taking that trade on NQ. So that was the first trade, and then I was like, cool, right? So we can get rid of all of that now. We took that trade. Now what's happening? Well, NQ has swept out these 15-minute lows, which is our target, and filled this hourly imbalance. ES, same thing, filled this hourly imbalance all the way, wicked this one as well. Awesome. Also sweeping out those 15-minute lows there too. So, get rid of that now because we can use this one. What was I then waiting for? Well, at 9.55, ES inversed an imbalance. NQ, 9.55, inversed an imbalance. So cool, the indexes are telling me the same thing. That's what I like to see. The index is telling me the right thing. And then, what did we see? Well, this candle, 10 o'clock 5-minute candle, inversed an imbalance on NQ. And the 9.55 candle broke structure and inversed an imbalance. And this 10 o'clock candle also, if you want to call that an imbalance, inverse that imbalance. So I was like, right, cool. The indexes are telling me the same thing again. Now, what am I waiting for? Well, we've had the hourly fair value gap filled, which means we're waiting for a 5-minute retrace. I'm waiting for that 5-minute down candle to close. Like I did yesterday, I didn't wait for it to close and I lost. I waited for that black candle to close. And you can see at 10.05, this candle started. So at 10.10, this black candle closed. NQ at 10.10, this black candle closed. So at 10.10. So here's 10.10, this candle opened there. That candle opened and it wicked down into equilibrium, and this 1-minute fair value gap on NQ, and on ES this 10.10 candle opened, wicked into the 5-minute imbalance, didn't quite get equilibrium, but I entered off of that candle close. I was again a little bit hesitant on the entry, so I got my entry a little bit later. I need to make sure I'm entering on the candle closes. We can have a look at the orders, and we can see for today, what's the date? It's the 19th, so that was the NQ short. Okay, we were 2 seconds off the candle close, and the NQ one, we were 16 seconds after the candle close. So it was quite hesitant today from me, which is something I need to work on. Just bang, the candle closes, get in. But I was just hesitant onto which index to take the trade on. So I took it on ES because it filled the 5-minute fair value gap, and that higher time frame holds higher power sort of thing. So I had my trade there. My original stop was at the Ench open of the first candle of the imbalance. I didn't want it down there because that's way too big. It's ES, a stop that big is well over 1.25% risk with one contract. So I had my stop originally there, which is 33 ticks, which is just below 1%, which was also kind of not what it was 412, which is way over what I said to risk originally. So once this candle closed here, because we had a bit of profit, I moved my stop to there, 11 ticks, which is a lovely little stop, which is 137.50. So that's happy. I said how much I wanted to risk, and I risked it. My stop was there for ages. My stop was there for a very long time, and then NQ would have hit its take profit. I would have entered off that candle close there. My stop would have been at the open of the candle before the 1-minute imbalance, which is there. So that's 82. And then my take profit would have been those hourly highs from the very, very, very far left over there. And that trade won at 10.18. So at 10.18, which is this candle here, I moved my stop to break even. I don't need to draw it because you can imagine that. I moved my stop to here, and oh my days. So at 10.18, I moved my stop to there. And then, oh my god, we invalidated that 1-minute imbalance. I was like, great, I'm going to be stopped out here. But I'm not going to get mad because NQ trade would have won and didn't take it. So yeah, this emotionally tested me a lot. I was so close to break even, and then it went up and hit my take profit, which was my take profit. These are all-time highs. I didn't want to set my take profit at all-time highs. But it was those hourly equal highs that we swept out pre-market. It was 1 tick below them. So it could have been there, but it's what it is. So that was my winning trade. In hindsight, the NQ trade was a lot better to take because we wicked equilibrium as well. So that's the extra confirmation. And it was a 2.26R trade with a proper stop loss, whereas this really tight stop loss makes it a 3.91, but the original stop loss was 1.3. So NQ was the better trade, and I really struggle with choosing. Sorry, my microphone's wonky. I really struggle with choosing the right index to take the trade on. It happens all the time. I like sometimes NQ gives a better trade at the ES one, or vice versa. So it really does. I do find that quite tricky, finding the right index to take the better trade on, and it's really tricky because in the moment it's hard to find a stop loss, take profit right in the moment, and because these candles do move so quick and there's that much volume, it is quite tricky. So that's something I need to somewhat work on. But there's the winning trade. As you can see, the arrow executions, we're up 600 on the day. We're back at 50.036. So I think my risk management has been great. I had great emotional discipline today. I took the right trade. I waited for that 5-minute retrace. I used my market experience. I learned from more lessons, and I was following my rules on my piece of paper above my desk. So yeah, I'm super happy with today. Super happy overall with how this week has gone. Monday was tough because I took those 2 small losses and then took a win on demo. Tuesday was tough because I set my stop loss in the wrong place and got stopped and it hit my TP. Yesterday just shouldn't have traded because it was FOMC and the setup wasn't that good. I was just FOMO and money oriented mindset on my part, to be honest. I should have just not traded. But today I'm super happy with how everything's gone. I think it's been a perfect trading day. I think my management of my positions throughout with this stop getting tighter I was happy with, because down here I wasn't happy with that stop at all. So really happy with how I managed my trades. Really happy with everything that I've done today. And as you can see right now, ES has just took out all-time highs. NQ pushed up and took out those 4-hour highs. Oh, daily. Okay. those 4-hour highs and is now getting legs back down again. Yeah, so I am super happy with today's trading day. Tomorrow we've got no news. Oh, that's next week. Tomorrow we've got FOMC member at 2 p.m. So no news during any of New York AM session. So tomorrow should be a good trading day. I will still be aiming to risk 0.5% because the account's back at break even pretty much now. So first trade 0.5% and build up that buffer again. But super happy with this week. Super happy with the trade. Super happy with how the YouTube's going. Super happy. That's all I can say. I'm super happy. Just I'm not happy about the win and the money. I'm happy about how the trading's going and how last week I took a loss and threw my toys out the pram twice. This week I had 3 red days and didn't throw my toys out the pram once. I stayed emotionally disciplined. I wasn't silly. Um, and I'm super happy with how much my mindset has shifted and how much it's grown in the past week, which baffles me. Um, but I'm super happy, super happy with my mindset. And that being said, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.